Hi guys. Hi. Welcome to this YouTube live. How many people do we have? Hi, if you're here, say hi in the comments. Let me see you. Say hi in the comments. Let me see you. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome to this YouTube live. I'm just going to wait a bit more. Hi, guys. Hi. Hey, hi. I'm just going to wait a bit more for more people to join before I start. Hi, everybody. Hi. Thank you for saying hi. Thank you. Hi, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to wait a bit for more people to join. I hope you guys are good. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're well. It's been so long that I did any live video, and I'm very happy to be here to be talking to you guys. I'm currently in the UK. I'm going to tell you guys about that as well in this video. I'm in the United Kingdom. Um, Thank you. The videos have been helpful. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Okay, I'll just wait a bit more and I'll just go into the video fully. Just waiting for a few more people to join. And then we move. How am I doing? I'm fine. I'm fine. A bit tired, but fine. A bit tired, but fine. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Okay, once we hit 50, let's start. On 43 now. Please don't forget to like this video. Um, okay, let me just get into it. So, you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to see all of you that have joined. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching all my videos so far. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everything. So, the main reason why I decided to do this live video is because applications have opened in Norway. Woo! I'm very happy, because I've been doing these videos for you guys since January, saying that applications are going to open in October. You guys should prepare, etc. And now it's October, applications are open, and I'm very happy the applications are open now, so you guys can start applying. So the first things I would like to say, first of all, is okay. Let me just go through. So what you have started, how much money do you need to have? You guys, okay, before we go into the questions, let me just go over some basics of the things that you need to know to make your application successful, right? So the first thing is you need to have your documents ready. And now that the applications are open, some schools have already opened. So I'm going to go through some of the schools and tell you the dates. But some schools have already opened as at now. Some are going to open on the 15th, and some are going to open later in November, right? But for the most part, most of them have the same requirements, mostly in terms of documentation and the documents that you need to show. Yeah. Then yeah, let me just talk about the document. Now, if you're going to start your application for any of the schools, the first thing you need to know is you need to first go through all the schools that are free, right? And like I've been telling you guys before now, all the public schools, all the you know government schools in Norway are free tuition. You don't need to pay tuition fee. The only thing you pay when you get to school is like your semester fee, and it's like a very small administrative fee. Is very, very small, very small. It's almost nothing, so that's not really a big deal, but it's tuition free, right? You go to school free of charge. Masters, bachelors, everything. So the first thing I would advise is that you should go through all the schools that are open. If you watch my video, the video that is 10 free schools in Norway, that video is very helpful for you, because in that video I highlight 10 schools, the top 10 schools that are free, and then in the description box of that video I put all the links there. Like, if you see any of the schools, you just click on the link, it takes you directly to their website that has all the information that you need. For most of them, I put like 2 or 3 links each for each school. So just check it out, right? Excuse me. So now let's get into it. First of all, let me see what people are saying. Do you need to authenticate and legalize? If you can't get your transcript. Okay, you guys just hold on the questions first. Let me just go through everything that I'm saying, then I'll start answering the questions, right? So for the documents that you need, typically most of the schools they require you to have your sorry, they require you to have your CV. Yeah, when you're applying, they ask for your CV. They ask for your CV. They ask for your transcript. This for masters now. They ask for your undergraduate transcript. They ask for your certificates. They don't. Yeah, they don't even ask for a certificate when you're applying, but when you've come to the school, they might ask you to bring your original certificate. They ask for your transcripts. They ask for um valid international passport. You need a valid international passport when you're applying. Some of the schools may ask for a national ID card, and all the applications are online. Then some schools will ask you to submit a motivation letter, or a statement of purpose. Not all schools require that. Like University of Stavanger didn't ask when I was applying. I don't know if they've updated their application requirements now to include that. But when I was applying, my school didn't ask for any motivation letter or statement of purpose or any of those things. They didn't ask. So some schools ask, but some schools don't ask, right? So these are really the top documents that you need for most schools. Now let's go to proof of English. And I can see that there's already a question here about proof of English. And you guys, I'm begging you, watch the videos that I've put out before. They are very, very informative. They are extremely informative. And I've talked about this IELTS thing in several videos, or TOEFL or this thing. You don't need, it's not every country that, like, it's not, what am I saying? It's not every country of citizenship that they ask to bring proof of English. Basically, proof of English is not, they don't require it from everybody. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't require it from everybody. There are some people that they don't ask to bring now you don't need to write IELTS or TOEFL. Like me, I'm a Nigerian. They accept my WAEC results. You have to have had like I think a minimum C4 in your WAEC. And then if you had C4 in English, you're good to go. You just submit your original WAEC results for your English certificate, and that is okay. They accept it. But you have to check, like in the different videos that I've put out, I've said it severally, and I've put links. Like in the video that I put about I can't remember the name of the video now, but I'm going to put that. I'll try to find the link and put it in the description box of this video, where you can check the requirements for your country. So they have different language requirements for different countries, right? Some countries they require you to have IELTS or TOEFL or some sort of English proficiency test. But if you're from some countries, they just tell you to, okay, bring this document maybe from your O level or something, and then they accept that. Yeah. Um, but I will be C1. Mm. Okay, let me just talk about everything I need to talk about so that I can focus on the questions, right? So the next thing I'm going to talk about now is, yeah, these things that I'm saying, they're specifically for people that are applying from outside the EU. Yeah, like you're not a resident of the European Union or any of this, or EEA. Yeah, outside. So this is not for people that are residents or in Europe or anything. No, these are for people like me, Africans or other people from other countries that are not part of the EU and they don't have residency and all of that. The requirements for people that are residents in EU are very, very different. Okay, so you guys make sure you check the requirements for your country before you apply. And also, another thing that I would like to say is, yeah, I also got a lot of questions about people that have tutu. People have reached out to me to say that, oh, Miwa, I have a tutu. Can I apply? So the thing is, right, a lot of these schools, when I checked them myself as well, I saw that like what they require is for you to have a minimum of a 2-1 to apply. But just like I said, I know somebody that has a tutu and is schooling in Norway, right? So there is no harm in trying. Just try your luck. You're not paying to apply. The school is free. There's no application fee, nothing. Like you just literally upload your documents, and the application is so straightforward. You just upload your documents. So if you have a tutu, I don't think you should say that, oh, because I have a tutu, I'm not going to try. Write your motivation letter. Let it be very standard. Let it be convincing, because obviously, even if you have a 2-1, it's still going to be competitive, especially now that a lot of people know about it. Since I've been putting these videos, I've heard that like applications have increased, people are more interested in trying to school in Norway. So it's going to be competitive now. So even if you have a 2-1, like it doesn't mean that it's automatic that you're going to get an admission, or if you have a first class. So just let your application be solid, right? Write a motivation letter or a strong statement of purpose. If you have a 2-2, it does not mean that you shouldn't try. The worst case scenario is that they will not give you admission. But what if they actually give you? So it doesn't hurt to actually try, since you don't pay to apply. Like you don't have to like pay any application fees or anything. So please just apply, just try your luck. It doesn't hurt for you to try, right? So another thing I'm going to say very quickly is, I know that a lot of you have sent me emails, right? And I've tried to look through those emails, but it just breaks my heart to see that people are asking me the same things that I've already talked about. Maybe asking me how much they need to put, or how they need to apply, or all these things. Please watch all the videos that I've put out. They are very explanatory, and I take you step by step of everything that you need to do there. So there's really like nothing that is unclear. So you don't need to email me asking me when you have not watched the videos. Please don't do that, okay? Thank you. Now, another thing that I'm going to be talking about is, yeah, for bachelors. I've also gotten a lot of people saying, "Oh, Muiwa, talk about bachelors, talk about bachelors." The thing is, a lot of schools in Norway don't offer bachelors in English. I mean, yeah, in English. Most of them, their bachelors is in Norwegian, and they don't have like a course that maybe you take this Norwegian course before you start. Most of them don't have that. And when you're coming, they need you to like bring a document showing Norwegian proficiency. So unless you want to first spend time learning how to speak Norway, and not just learning it for conversation, but learning for education purposes, because it's one thing to understand English, it's another thing to stay in a class where they're using English to teach. So if you're going to go for bachelors, you need to speak Norwegian for most of the schools. Though there are some schools that offer bachelors in English, and in the video 10 free schools in Norway, I talk about it in that video. Actually, like universities like Nord University, they offer bachelors in English, but not a lot of courses. Maybe like 5 or 6 courses that they offer in English. So there are just very few schools like that that offer courses in English for bachelors, right? Compared to masters, that a lot of them actually offer courses in English for masters. So that's why I've not really done, like, that's why I don't really talk much about bachelors and everything, because most of the schools, they don't offer um they don't offer courses in English for bachelors, just masters. Their bachelors is mainly in Norwegian, right? Okay, so let me just quickly go through the universities and their opening dates. So for I just saw um somebody said for University of Bergen, they said the masters out of E that they will publish it in October. Yes, I saw that as well. I actually saw that as well. I didn't see the particular date. They said they will publish the admission that they have in October. You just have to be checking for University of Bergen. You just have to be checking it. You just have to be checking it, because I don't know if they didn't say it on their website. I don't know when they're going to publish it, but hopefully before the end of October they will publish it for University of Bergen. So for University of Oslo opens 15th of October. So that's just in a few days. 15th of October, and it closes on 15th of November. Please, I'm begging you guys, in the name of whatever you believe in, don't use fake documents to apply for this thing. Use original documents. So in the application, for most of them, the application is just online. Like you just literally have to upload the scanned copy of this document. But when you are coming to school, they will tell you to bring the original, because when you get here, they are going to check it, right? They're going to check it. So let me also quickly talk about, okay, should I talk about that now? Yeah. Let me also quickly talk about the proof of funds. You're not going to show the proof of funds when you're applying at the beginning. It is when you get the admission next year that you now need to show the proof of funds. I mean, that you need to do the whole funds thing. So even if you don't have the money yet, it does not mean you shouldn't apply. Still apply. You're not showing it now. You're not paying any money now. You literally have like 4 or 5 months to get everything. Sorry, there's a dog barking outside. you literally you literally have like 4 to 5 months to get everything. I hope you guys can hear that dog. To get everything together. Oh my god. Can you guys hear that dog? Anyway, I'm just going to continue, right? So when you're applying, you don't need to show, you don't need to pay any money, nothing. And this proof of funds, I still get questions asking me that, okay, Muiwa, what about blocked accounts? What about this? Like I've explained in different videos on this channel, you don't need any blocked account, anything. They require you to pay the money. And the money that you're paying is your living expenses. They need you to, and that's when you're applying for your visa. The reason why you're paying this money is to show is to apply for your visa and to show that when you come to Norway, even if your tuition is free, you can fend for yourself. Because they need to know that you can fend for yourself. They don't want you to come to Norway and then you are stranded, you don't have money for rent, you don't have money for food. They don't want that. That is what they require you to show money for. So on different years, I think the last people that resumed this year, I think they had to show 126,000 and something. Look, I don't remember now. It's a bit higher than what we had to show, but then maybe like 3,000 NOK higher. But for different years, by next year, it might be slightly higher. So just check. It's not exactly the same every year, but they're close. The range is very close. So this money, when you have gotten your admission, then they will contact you. Oh, you have gotten your admission. No, you need to pay so so and so amount to show your proof of funds. Then they send you an account number. They're not going to ask you for your bank statement. They send you an account number. You pay the money into that account number. It's an account number in Norway. When you pay the money, then they send you an account statement. That's the statement that you will now use to apply for your visa. Do you understand? Let me come again. When you apply and do your application and you get your admission, that is when you now need to show, to start talking about money and everything. Then they tell you you are required to show so so and so amount, right, as your proof of funds. And this is for you to be able to apply for your visa to come. Then they send you an account number. You pay the money into that account number. Then they send you a bank statement. Then when they send you a bank statement, you use that statement to apply for your visa. Do you get? There is not going to be your own um it's not going to be your own bank statements from your country. Someone is asking how much is proof of funds. I just explained now that for the proof of funds, it varies per year. When I was coming, it was 123 or 124,000 NOK, around that part. But people that just resumed this August, I think they had to show like 126,000, around that number. So it's going to be around that range. And this is in Norwegian krone. So you change it, go to Google and change it to to USD or whatever currency you are using. This current, this exchange rate, sometimes they change. So that's why I'm saying the, no, the amount in Norwegian krone. So this last set they paid like 126,000 Norwegian krone. So when you get to Norway, they now pay you the money back. So you see, because they want to be sure that you have that money. So when you land in Norway or you have landed, they first give you a card that has like 50,000 Norwegian krone for your living expenses and all that. Then when you're able to land, for also the period before you open a bank account. So when you now open a bank account, they now pay you all your balance money. So they don't hide your money, they don't take your money. It's just that you need to pay that money to a bank in Norway before you can apply for your visa, because they need to be sure that you have that money. Then when you get to Norway, they pay you back and you move on with your life. And this money, you need to show it by your second year as well. Masters in Norway is 2 years. So when you show it in the first year, after your first year, when you're renewing your student's permit for the second year, you need to show it again. Do you guys understand me? Yeah. So I've spoken about this money thing. Please, you people have explained these things several times in other videos. Don't come back to ask me again. Watch the videos, okay? And ask me what I've not said before. Don't ask me what I've been saying since all these days. Okay, so now we have talked about University of Bergen and University of Oslo. Bergen has not posted their courses that they are offering yet. They just said that they will post it in October, but they've not posted it yet. So you guys keep checking. For Oslo, Oslo opens 15th of October and closes 15th of November. Right? Yeah. Then the Arctic University of Norway, this one is also free. The applications open in October and closes 1st of December. They didn't say when in October it was going to open. They just said 1st of October. After this live, I know that I've put the link to all these things in another video, but I know that some of you have been too lazy to check. So after this live, I'm going to put all those links in the description box of this video. So you can just go to the website yourself. You will see everything there. You will see all the courses that they offer. You'll see everything that you need. Because these people, they don't hide information. Like everything you need to do, everything that you need to know, they make it very clear. It's always very clear on their website. They put it there for you so that there's no confusion. Do you get? So I'll put all the links for you guys again in this video. right? So we have talked about three. The fourth university, Norwegian University of Science and Technology. It also doesn't say when it's going to open. It's probably October or November as well, but you guys should check. The last time I checked their website, it didn't say when it was going to open, but it said it would close 1st of December, right? But it will probably open around this time as well. Worst case scenario, November, but check it. Now, Norwegian University of Life Sciences, the master's application opens 15th of October and it closes 1st of December. 15th of October, 1st of December, right? University of Southeastern Norway, it has already opened. It opened on the 1st of October. Southeastern Norway has opened. Opens 1st of October, closes 1st of December. Okay? My university, University of Stavanger, I think they open in December. Of which I'm even shocked because when I applied to Stavanger, I applied towards the end of December. I applied when the application was about to close. So it was just like some days to the time. Like I was literally rushing to send my transcript to send my transcript. Also, during the application, some of the schools require that after you upload your soft copy transcripts, that you should send the hard copy transcripts from your school to them because they need to be sure that you are not lying. You see? So hard copy transcripts from your school sent to them directly with your school stamp, your school signature, everything, and you need to do everything within this period, this time period of the application. If you have any delays whatsoever, email them. Like if there's anything, maybe there's a delay from your school or something about your transcript, email them and tell them, oh, XYZ, I'm having this delay or so and so. They will respond to you like they are usually open, um they don't make things difficult for you basically, but they are very strict with their deadlines. So if you're having any problems, make sure you let them know. Make sure it is a genuine concern because they might not extend anything for you, right? Um so University of Stavanger, right now, what I can see on the website is that it opens 10th of December and closes 10th of January. So it is what it is. Yeah. Now, Oslo Metropolitan University opens on 15th of October and closes 15th of December. All these universities I'm saying and all these links that I'm saying you can find. Currently, they are all under my video, 10 free schools in Norway. All these links are under that video. Though I'm going to put them under this video as well, but they're also under that video. You should watch that video because I explain better about the schools and everything. So, yeah. University of Adger, Adger. The applications open 1st of November, right? For both bachelors and for both bachelors and MSc. Actually, they have some English bachelors in University of Aja, and it opens 1st of November for both and closes 1st of December. So that one, yes, some are open now. I already said University of Southeastern Norway. Someone is asking, is anyone open for now? Yes, University of Southeastern Norway has opened. And then there was one other school that had already opened. Let me see. There were two schools I mentioned that were already open. I don't remember the second one. I already mentioned it. Maybe just go back in the video after a while. Yeah. But most of them, a lot of them open 15th of October. Like University of Oslo opens on the 15th. OsloMet opens on the 15th and all that. Nord University has already opened as well. Yes, Nord University opens 1st of October as well and closes 1st of December. That is also already open. Right? Okay, so what else do I want to say concerning this application? I think that that's really all that I want to say concerning this application right now. I'm in the United Kingdom, like I said at the beginning of this video. I thought I was going to talk about it in this video, but this video is already getting long, so I may just talk about it in another video about what I'm doing in the UK. I'm still a student in Norway, actually. I'm here on exchange, so I'm in Newcastle University. I'm going back to Norway next year. So now let me get to the questions. Can someone apply with HND? No, you can't. They only accept BSc as a prerequisite for masters. What about piloting? You have to check for which schools offer piloting. I scored 6.0 in IELTS. What do you think, please? If you check the requirements, they put the accepted score there. But if you're a Nigerian, you don't even need IELTS if you had a C4 in WAEC English or NECO. They should accept NECO. Email them and ask them. I didn't use NECO, I used WAEC, but they're kind of email them and ask them. I mean, they usually respond. Um Okay, so let me just go to the beginning. Nord University has already opened their application. However, I can't view the documents I submitted, which is on my documents section. Please email them to find out, because the way I'm thinking about it, my document section, because I'm already a student, I can view my documents. I didn't try to view my documents before I became a student. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe email them to ask. Maybe if you want to change your document or something, you can email them to just ask that you can't view your documents and maybe you want to update it or something. If you have 226,000 krona, I don't understand this question. If you have 226,000 krona, will be better to accept me instead of 123,000? I don't understand that question, please. Woo! I just saw somebody said I just applied for a bachelor's in Nord University and I've uploaded my documents on the portal. Yay! Obinyo Ezekiel, proud of you. That's great. Go get it. How can one access scholarship for masters? First of all, the schools are free. You don't need to pay. So if you're talking about scholarship to maybe um pay for your living expenses and all that, I've been saying I'll do a video on that. Like for instance, the this period of my semester or this period of my of my life that I'm in the United Kingdom, I'm actually here under the Erasmus scholarship scheme. So I'm actually not paying in this place and they're actually paying me a grant every month of 400 and is it 410 or 400 euros now every month, something like that. I'll do another video on it to explain properly so that it's not confusing. This one is already a lot of information. Is it possible to change institution and course and change of course from social sciences to a technical course? It will depend on what the university requires, please. I mean, if they require you to have, for instance, maybe they require you to have done some courses before you apply to your course, you need to check what they require. I won't be able to answer that. It depends on the school you're applying to. Um, okay. Um, is it possible? Okay, I've seen that one before. Um, Most of the universities ask that our transcript be sent from our previous university. Yes, 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 yes. You upload the soft copy, then they will tell you to tell your school to send the hard copy to them as well, because they need to be sure that it's true, it's real. They don't want people lying about their transcripts. When we get to Norway, can we refund it to our people? I don't understand that question. But when you get to Norway, they're going to pay you back the money that you paid. So you can do whatever you with it. But just remember, like I've said in my other videos, if you borrow money to do this proof of funds thing, right? Remember that when you come, you will actually need that money because you cannot sleep on the streets and you have to eat. And it's an expensive country. You need to pay your rent, you need to pay for transport, you need to pay for feeding, you need to, you will need to pay for your life. So if you borrow money and you tell the person that once I reach, I will give you back, and you borrow and you can't pay back, because even after the first year, when you want to renew your visa for your second year, you need to show the money again. So if you do that, I really don't know I don't know how you want to deal with that. I don't know. So it's very tricky. So if you borrow money to come, it's a very dicey situation. Consider it very well before you do it. Do you need to authenticate and legalize your documents? People always say this thing. Maybe in other countries, maybe when you're applying to other countries, they ask for authentication and legalization, but there's really nothing like that from what I've seen so far in Norway. You just upload it on the portal and then they'll tell you to send your original transcripts from your school. That's really all. Then when you're coming, if they give you admission, when you're coming, you bring the original documents too so they can see it. That's all. Um, what about uploading transcripts? If you cannot upload them immediately, how long would you be given to upload them? So for most of the schools, they require you to apply and upload within the time frame of the application. So now that most of the applications are opening in November, some are closing in December, some are closing in November. So you literally have like 2 to 3 months, 2 months ish to do it. For some schools, they expect you to upload it by the deadline. But for some schools, they give an extension. Like for University of Adger, the application closes 1st of December, but they give a deadline. The deadline for uploading documents is 10th. So they give like 9 extra days. But it's not all the schools. Some schools they want you to have uploaded by the deadline. So that's why I'm saying if you have any issues right now from getting your transcripts, email them, email the school you're applying to, let them know that this is the problem I'm having. Maybe my school is having this, or my school is on strike, or something. Let them know what the problem is right now. Not that when it's already close to the date, they'll just think that you're not serious. You let them know. Um, so how can I apply to university or not? Come on now. Go and watch go and watch the video, study in Norway for free. You see how to apply. University. However, I can't view the document. Okay, I've answered this one. Uh, I graduated with a very low score in uni, third class. I'm thinking of applying for a fresh BSc. So, like I mentioned, BSc, first of all, is in Norwegian for most schools, right? But check University of Adger and Nord University, they have a few BSc in English. But for this third class thing, like I said, still try the application. Like you can't say, write a motivational letter that is strong, and who knows, you might just get admission. For this GSC result of 2004, I think you can call them to, you can, I said call, you can email them to ask, but I don't think they put any um cap on how long your or how dated your result has to be. I don't think that there's any cap on it. I like your hair, thank you. What is the minimum in your account to be eligible? Whatever they require, they will put it there in the they will tell you. You just apply. When you get the admission, they'll tell you the minimum that you have to have. Do I need to send my bank statement? I've explained that you don't need bank statements. They will send you the account number to pay into. You just talk about the school's information you sent earlier in your last video. Yes, because a lot of people haven't watched it. So this person says, so my problem is this: the application deadline is in December, but I will be C1 in Norwegian in May or June. I don't understand that question, please. How much do you need in your fixed account to move with a family of one wife and a child? So if you're coming with your family, I have a video that I explained moving with family, right? People that have moved with their family based on the semi interviews that I had with them, they have said that it's best if you first move with yourself, and then when you settle in, you can now move in with your family. Because the money that you're showing for yourself, you need to show for your wife or for your spouse, and a little less for your child. So it's actually a lot of money. And when you're just coming, you're still a bit unsettled, right? So it's best for you to first come, get an apartment, settle in, then now bring in your spouse and your kid. But when you're bringing them in, they'll now apply for like a visa separately. Not, it's not the same kind of visa. You can't apply together. Excuse me, they can apply together with you because they are not students. Do you get? You apply for your own as a student, then they'll apply for theirs after you've come. Do you get? For an undergraduate, what happens if you can't get your transcripts? You have to have your transcript for the admission. They can't give you admission if you don't have your transcripts. How would they verify that you actually went to school? Um, okay, so let me go back. I have already applied for masters in Nord University and continue my application for investing in Southern Norway. Nice. I got a 6 band in IELTS. Like I said, they put the requirements there. So check. Yes, you can apply to more than two schools. I don't think there's any um I don't think there's any what's that called now? I don't think there's any cap to the amount of schools you can apply. Is the statement of purpose necessary to apply? No, it's not actually necessary. Oh. When I was applying to University of Stavanger, I didn't use a statement of purpose. But that's because I had a first class from bachelor's. So I wasn't really bothered about trying to do a lot in my my application. I felt like my transcript was very competitive already, you know, in my head. And maybe I should have used a statement of purpose. But if they don't ask, you don't need to do that. But if you have like a 2-2 or a third class or your results is not that strong, even if they don't ask, you can maybe include it just to show that you are serious and just to just make your application stronger. But if they don't ask you, you don't need to do that. I misplaced my original WAEC results, but I have a certified photocopy. You will need to ask your school, ask the school you want to apply to, because, or maybe WAEC can give you I don't know. Ask the school you're applying to and tell them that you misplaced the original WAEC results. They might have a way that they verify on their own. And hi, I uploaded my documents, but it's kind of confusing. After uploading, there is no button to click submit. Is the application complete? Do I remember how mine was? Did I click submit? Oh my god, guys, it's been like almost a year. I don't remember if there was a submit button when I was applying or if I just uploaded. Email your school to ask that you've uploaded your documents, but you want to be sure that your application has been received. Please find out. Most of the applications don't close in January. Most of them close in December. No, resumption is not for January. Resumption is for August. The Norwegian schools resume in August. So this application that you are doing is for next year August. Um, what is the acceptance rate if you want to do MBBS in Norway as a Nigerian? MBBS, that's the medicine thing. I don't know the acceptance rate for medicine. But to be honest, as a Nigerian here, honestly, I haven't seen like there are Nigerians here, but I wouldn't say that we're a lot compared to like maybe in the UK or in another country. And I don't know, I don't think it's a case of, or let me not judge. I don't think it's a case of maybe low acceptance rate. It might just be a case of a lot of Nigerians didn't apply. Do you get? But now that Nigerians are aware and they apply, I don't know, there might be more Nigerians here, but I don't even have any Nigerian person that I know doing like a medicine, something in line with medicine. I know somebody that is an African, but he's not Nigerian, he's from another African country, but he's the only one I know in like medicine, like a medicine field, right? Other people are just in other courses, and they were not like a lot of Nigerians, right? Online masters courses. I think there was one of the schools that offered online. What school was that? Well, it's just one that I saw that was offering online. Not really. Most of them they expect you to be physically present, but check through the links and see. Um, UIT application has opened. The application requires English language test for Nigeria. I don't think so. Most Nigerians don't require IELTS unless you are from another country. Um, okay. Do I still need to show my sponsor's back statement since I'm sending my money to them? No, they are not going to ask you for your sponsor's back statement. Well, I don't know if there are schools that ask you for a sponsor's bank statement. I don't think so. Stavanger doesn't ask, and from the other few that I check, they are not asking for bank statements. But if they ask you for bank statements, you can show, but you will still need to pay the money when they give you an admission because if you don't pay the money, they are not going to grant your visa. Are there job opportunities as international students? Yes. Okay. So all these questions that you guys, please explain why UIB didn't publish the master's till now. I'm afraid that they will not publish Master of Spanish Language. However, it was there at the website for 2 months. Well, I don't know. This is University of Bergen, right? I don't know why they haven't published, but this is just the 3rd of October. They had said that they will publish the programs that are available on like in October, but they didn't give a date. So October is still has many days left in it. So just wait and see and keep checking. Maybe they would update it, but I don't know why Bergen hasn't published their application yet. People are asking me for 3 schools. I've said this, maybe you came late to the live. Nord University is currently open. Um, what's that other school now? University of Southeastern Norway is currently open as well. I skipped your questions. I'm sorry. Um, let me see. I'll scroll up. Can I send only hard copy of my transcripts? Because I don't have soft copy. If you have the hard copy, scan it and send it. You will need the soft copy to apply. Scan it, scan the hard copy you have and upload it. Okay, will the school verify the sponsor's account balance to make sure the money is there at the point of processing the application? So I'm curious if please answer in the question in the description. Is there anybody that tried to apply to a school and at the point of application they ask you to show proof of funds? Because I haven't seen that. Maybe I am maybe I am unaware. because and for my school, they did not ask me to show proof of financial ability at the point of application. It was after application that I had to pay the money. Okay, so if they're asking, will the school verify the sponsor's account balance to make sure the money is there at the point of processing the application? I don't know if they will, but it's safe to leave the money there. It's safe to leave the money there. University of Stavanger is asking for that. When did you try to apply to University of Stavanger? So many questions. Stavanger is asking for proof of funds. Interesting. I was not aware because they didn't ask me. Okay, well, if they're asking you for proof of funds at the beginning, that's pretty serious. That's pretty serious. Huh? We did verify it because you're still going to have to pay the money. So, you know what I would advise? If they're asking you for proof of funds and maybe you don't have the money now, try to pull the money together and put it in an account, right? And use that account for your proof of funds. And let the people that you're pulling the money from know that, okay, oh, I need this thing to show my proof of funds, pending the time that you're able to gather the money. And make sure you're able to gather the money. Oh. Try to gather the money like before you need to pay it. Because you're still going to need to pay you're still going to need to pay the money in the future. Okay, people are asking for Erasmus. Just hold on. Let me put a link for you guys. The Erasmus link. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I said I was in the yeah. Okay, now that I'm giving you people link, people will now leave the live and go and check the link. Just wait, okay. But that's the link for Erasmus. I checked the requirements on their website, same as University of Trump, so they're asking for it. Okay. Okay, if they're asking for it, then unfortunately you have to show it. Or fortunately, if they're asking for it, then you have to show it. Yeah. I don't know if they are going to verify. They might verify, they might not verify. But the truth is, even if they verify or they don't, by the time you get your admission, you would need to pay the money to get your visa. So regardless, you still need to have the money, right? They are giving you free tuition. You need to be able to take care of yourself. I was in an argument with someone if it's 3 months back statement or just a bank statement, not specifically 3 months. To be honest, when I was doing my application, I don't remember uploading any bank statements like my own or any sponsor's own. I don't remember uploading any bank statements, right? It's not in my memory. If I did, then I absolutely do not remember. I don't remember. But if you are unsure about how long the bank statement to be, the truth is if there's anything that is unclear to you in your application, you can literally email the school you're applying to and ask them. They are usually very open about sharing information. They will tell you everything you need to know. If you ask them the bank statement, do you need it to be older than 3 months? Do you need to be a certain time frame? Ask them, they will tell you. So there is no, they literally they respond to their emails, reach out to them, they will let you know. So somebody is asking, I'll just answer this and talk about the Erasmus quickly. Is it possible to work out the money in Norway for the second year study permit? You talked about one can start working full time. Whew, so many questions. Is there an assurance of working while schooling to raise? Okay, two people have asked this similar question. Yes, when you're in your first year, if you get a job, you can use. In fact, when you're applying for your second year work permit, right? When you're applying for your second year, if you have a job, you don't have to show the complete money. You don't have to show the complete money actually. If you are in your first year applying for your second year and you have a job, you don't need to show your complete money, but you need to show that you're actually working in a job. They will ask for your job contract and they need to see how much you're earning. Do you get? So if you have a job and you're trying to renew for your second year, you don't need to um what's it called, you don't need to show the complete money for that year. So that's it. So for Erasmus, Erasmus is, how do I explain Erasmus now? Erasmus is like a scholarship scheme, an European scholarship scheme where they give you like you have like a master's program that you can do in different. This is a very lame explanation, right? But this is just the summary of it. You can have a masters in different countries. So I have a friend that is on Erasmus right now. I think is currently in Norway, right? But before Norway, I think he was in maybe Spain or was this no, but I don't remember what countries he was in, but like Hungary, France, Sweden, maybe like they just have different countries. So when you get like a scholarship under Erasmus, you do your semesters in different countries, right? Now for me, even though I'm here on Erasmus, I'm only here on Erasmus because my school is kind of like under the Erasmus thing. So even though my full master's was supposed to be in Norway, I had the option for my third semester, because I'm in my third semester now. I had the option to do one semester in one of the Erasmus schools, to just travel to another country and do my semester there. That's how I landed in the UK. So at the beginning of my program, when I was picking my program options, right? For my third semester, there's the option of staying back in Norway and doing elective courses or going on exchange to another country. But it's not just any country. Oh, there's a list of schools that they are partnering with. So you can pick any of those schools in the UK, in France, Turkey, different countries in Europe, right? So I picked the UK and I came here. So now that I'm here, I don't have to pay school fees in this place. And then they're paying me a grant on a monthly basis, around 400 euros or 410, something like that. Yeah. So this link that I shared here. Let me see if I can pin it. Yeah. So that's the link to know everything you need to know about Erasmus. If you get Erasmus, it's great because you school, you do your entire masters. Sometimes it's even like a joint program. Like you might have like a joint program in your masters, and then they might even pay you a grant on a monthly basis, and then you're doing it in different countries, and then you're not paying any money. It's great. It's a great opportunity. So yeah, okay. At this point, we have spent 47 minutes on this live, and my mouth is already paining me. My mouth is already paining me. So I wasn't running away now. So I'm looking at the questions to answer before I run away. Hmm. Should one get the bank statement in Naira, dollars, or Norwegian krone? Please ask the school what they prefer. They are the ones. See anything, like I said, anything that is unclear to you, just ask the school. Like email them and ask them. They will answer you and they will be very clear. Just ask the school what they prefer. You know, these things are pretty straightforward. What is the most criteria they use in order to get selected on Erasmus? I'm not an expert in this Erasmus thing. I'm not an expert in Erasmus scholarship. I don't know. I know the I don't know the criteria that they use to get to pick people, you know. I'm only on this Erasmus thing by grace because my school happened to be under Erasmus. I didn't apply for Erasmus from the beginning. Do you get? I didn't do any special applications like the way the Erasmus people really did it. People that are on Erasmus, I did not do all those strenuous applications. It's just because my school is partnering with is under the thing. That's how I ended up under Erasmus. Because it's not like so I'm not an expert to say that. Maybe I'll try to ask my friends because I think I know like two people that got Erasmus, right? I'll talk to them and ask them maybe if they can give some tips, then I'll do a video for you guys so that you can understand better. But like I'm not an expert on um Erasmus. Can I do a separate video about my application to Erasmus? So, like, let me explain this Erasmus thing well, the one I'm currently on. So, I didn't apply for Erasmus like for my masters. I just applied to University of Stavanger, like direct, straight, you know. But in my program in Stavanger, there was an option for Erasmus in my third semester to go on exchange to another school, right? A lot of people apply to Stavanger now. I think there should be other schools that give this thing because the person that I know that is currently in Norway from Erasmus is in NTNU. So I don't think it's only Stavanger that does it. But I don't know if the other schools actually offer it as part of their curriculum if you didn't pick it, like if you're not under Erasmus normally. So because my school like is under the Erasmus, and it's not even all the courses in Stavanger, because I was talking to a lady in engineering in Stavanger when she knew that I was going to the UK. She was surprised because she said she doesn't have that option for exchange in her own program, even though she's in Stavanger as well. So I don't think is I don't know. I guess I'm just lucky. So that's how I ended up in Stavanger. There was the option but when I was applying to the school, you have to apply to the school that you want to go to. I had to write statement of purpose and all of that and tell them, oh, I want to come for 1 semester. You have like three options, top three options to pick from, but there were a lot of options basically. Um, God bless me, amen. Thank you. PhD admission in Norway. Let me see. I have a video on that. Please watch it. I have a video on PhD. Please just watch it. Yeah. Let me see. Is there any university in Norway that offers law? There would be, but off the top of my head, I don't know because I don't like cram it. When I'm checking through, I see these things, but I don't like cram it in my head. But unless I wanted to do a video for it, like I'll now know all the information in my head and start sharing. But there will be check through all the links, right? You will see, check through all the links, you'll see all the courses that they offer, and you'll be able to. We have like 9 more minutes on this live. I'm not using more than 1 hour on this live. um Let me try to answer something that maybe I've not talked about before. You talked about one can start working full time as soon as they start school. Okay, this is a very tricky one. I know I mentioned it in like my last video, my last two videos. So this is what I was saying, right? There, there was somebody that I realized that got a full time job during his masters, right? So normally when you're a student in Norway, you can work part time 20 hours during the semester and full time during the summer, 20 hours per week during the semester and full time during the summer, right? And when you're working when you're doing this, you can only do this because you're on a student visa. You're not allowed to work full time all the time because you need to go to class and everything. So now I'm saying that if you're applying to jobs in Norway, for instance, and you now get a full time job, right, during the masters, you can easily switch. Well, maybe not easily. I don't know how difficult or hard it is to switch your visa. You can try to switch your visa from a student visa to a working visa because you now have a full-time job. So the thing is, when you have a full-time job, just like maybe when you are working in any country that you are in, and then maybe you are doing masters online, there are people that do that kind of thing. They are working they are working somewhere, maybe in Nigeria, you're working, but you're doing masters online somewhere, or sometimes you go to class, or maybe people that are in Lagos, for instance, they're working, but they are kind of like doing masters in Unilag, going for weekend classes, going in the evening, all those kind of things. So I was just trying to say that if you get a full-time job while being a student, you can try to switch your visa from student to a working visa. So that way you can work full time and also school because nobody like if it's something that you can handle because obviously it's going to be hectic trying to work full time and also school full time because they will tell you that masters like in Stavanger like they tell us that masters is full time. They don't expect you to be they don't expect you to be working. But before I left Norway, I still met one girl on campus that was working. She had a full-time job. Though she's living in Norway, but she had a full-time job and she's also a student. So do you get she's able to do that because she's not on a student's visa. I was just trying to explain that if you're not on a student's visa, if you're on another visa, like a working visa, or maybe you have a resident permit, maybe your husband got a job or something, then you can also school. Nobody is going to hold you. But if you're schooling, you cannot work full time. Do you get? Like if you're on a student visa, you cannot work full time. I hope that's kind of like a bit clear. Um, what are my chances of getting business administration in University of Stavanger? I studied political science. I think it will depend on how the competition is. Like I don't really know because I know that also for masters they try to bring like a different crop of students. So even like in my class when I was in Norway, like people in my class, you see that they're from different. We're not all from the same background. Like people are from different walks of life, but also not like completely different, but at least things that are complementary. So I can't really say that oh it's not related, and I can't really say that oh it's totally related. But I mean give it a shot. All these things, just give it a shot. Like I just keep saying, like they're not holding you. Like there's no application fee. Like there's literally nothing. It's just to upload documents. Really, it's very easy and straightforward. So give it a shot. How is UK? UK is fine and cold. Thank you. Oh, someone says that in the application to of Nord University, they don't demand the proof of funds. I think it varies, and if they do, then there's a lot of applicants. I think. Yeah, I think it might just vary for different universities. If they ask you to show proof of funds now, then just ask them, if they want you to show it in Naira, USD, no, or maybe just an equivalent in Naira or whatever currency that your country is using. Um, I keep skipping your question. What's your so many things are coming. Oh, somebody just said Tolu Yemi said she said after admission. I'm confused with that question. Okay. Um the Erasmus thing was after my admission, like in Stavanger. I had the option in my third for my third semester. This person that said I keep skipping a question, please can you type your question again? Oh yeah, Favor just said that not doesn't demand proof of funds. So it's not all the schools that actually ask you for proof of funds at the point of application. So let's see. What else? Okay. I have E8 in maths. Would there be an issue? Huh. E8 in maths. Hmm. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Do you have NECO to substitute it? Because I know that some of those courses they require that you have to have like a credit in maths, English, and some other subjects. So E8 in maths. Hmm. Yeah, this GU list that you mentioned, check it, but E8 in maths. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But again, it doesn't hurt to just apply. But if you have like NECO that is not E8, then use it. Or maybe substitute, maybe use the two side by side, something like that. Can I use BSc qualification in sociology for a master's in public health? You have to check what the requirement of the school is for public health. Like, what do they need you to have studied? I can't really say that you can or you cannot, right? I can't really say that they will accept or they will not accept. So you need to check the school that you want to go. What do they require them to have for this course? Question about PGD. What was the question? For PhD program, please, I have a video on PhD. Go and watch it. I talk about it more there. And also about PR and all of that. Do they accept PGD for masters? PGD is postgraduate diploma, right? Instead of WIC results, can I use letter of English proficiency from my university? I'm unsure about that because they are very clear about what they require. So if you want to use something else that they did not explicitly state, then send them an email to ask them that can you use a letter of proficiency from your university. Muiwa, can you be an agent for this application? Send me an email. For HND, they don't accept HND at all. So if you have, they need you to have a BSc. That's the truth. They don't accept HND. From what I've seen, they don't accept HND at all. So if you have a PGD in addition to your HND, I don't know if that helps because they don't on the websites they don't really say, they just put it there that I actually read that they don't accept HND. Like they just for masters, you need to have a bachelor's to apply for masters. Okay, I think all the other questions that are coming here. So from what I've seen, right, the questions about I have just less than 1 minute and I'm going off this live. You guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you for spending the last 1 hour with me. Thank you so much. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with your friends and everybody. Um, I'm off IG right now. This is my email. Yeah. Um, So from the questions that I did not answer, the questions that I skipped, either you came late and I've answered them before, so you might need to watch this live from the beginning, or um I've answered it in another video. So even proof of funds that I've been talking about in the video, somebody just asked about it again. I've answered it in another video and I've answered it in this video. So PhD, I've answered it in another video. Please watch that video. The Erasmus, I've also answered it. Just go back a bit in this video, you'll find the answer. Um NTNU. Someone just asked about that. I'm not sure if NTNU has opened because it just says on their website that the deadline is 1st of December, but it doesn't say when they are going to open. So maybe you should just keep checking. They'll probably open soon. Wait, is it okay? Yeah, they'll probably open soon. So yeah, so that's it for today, guys. I've spent 1 hour on this live. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends. And that will be all from me for now. Thank you. Thank you guys. Bye.